Session 54.
Mm.
Yeah. Do we get a recap of last week? Not
How many
last
weeks
week.
ago was last
Last
week?
session. Last session. That was possibly 3 weeks ago. 1st of November.
Was the first. So after we got out of Hawk's memories, we decided we were going to go back to the Rose. We found that whoever or whenever Hawk holds her sortia, it now feels very temperamental and more potent. And we had some discussion about going to the Museum of Knee to see what that would show now. But we decided that we're going to go and see Crystal Fire first in order to drop the demon off. We go to Crystal Fires and it's being kind of rebuilt after the kind of battle that had gone on there, and we find that Stobold's mech suit is there and is drawing a bit of a crowd.
Stobold's not impressed.
No, we went to the study. We present the sortie to Crystal Fire. He gives us the address of somebody in the Celestial Bazaar who will give Hawk a replacement. We spent some time helping to fix up Crystal Fire's house. And then we receive a letter in the form of an origami crane from Wapcatlet and Spong, saying that they've got some new information regarding her inquiries and asks us to visit their office at the earliest convenience. So we decided to go back to the Rose for the evening and set off to the lawyers tomorrow. And my final note for the day is just that Marmite Steve is unhappy because he's very busy.
Because Dave is upstairs with Elliot here in Caliban. What I've got in my notes.
Yeah.
Polyamorous.
Bow chicken.
What, Polly's there as well?
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow.
The relentless rumour. The 3 of whatever Caliban and Roland are. So Roland's got a +1 to his actions.
Notions.
Yeah.
B.
No, this should be secrets.
Oh, it's me.
I got secret.
Well, I'm notions. Yeah, Roland is notions.
Is he?
I'm secret.
In which I've got the symbols wrong. Okay. So Roland is notions, yeah.
So we've got rumour, so landslide, chain.
Ongoing action. If one is hoping for resolution, there's none to be found here. It also indicates there's something involved, a fact, a person, a device, a spell that cannot be entirely relied upon. Where were you going? First, the next morning?
Wapcatlet and Spong.
Okay. So the office is exactly as you remember it. It's that kind of very elegant upmarket series of buildings, and it's got sort of fairly big double doors, and they open kind of automatically as you approach first thing. And then there's a little reception area, and Prim and Proper are sat behind their desks kind of typing very upright. Actually, their hands do look like that. Possibly a few extra fingers. It's touch typing, but they've got a finger on every key.
It's like that bit in Ghost in the Shell where the typist holds its fingers out and the fingers just split into lots and lots of little fingers, so it just
yeah. And Prim kind of looks up at you, and she kind of goes, "Okay, I suppose Master Wapcaplet did ask for you. I suppose he did ask for you. I suppose it's best if you wait in the waiting room, and then Proper kind of gets up and very elegantly glides across and leads you through. And the
Does she
waiting room,
glide in the way that woman does in Mass Effect? Not Mass Effect.
Mars Attacks. There's a lot of similarity between those two things. The Reavers turn up. Or
I
was it
told you.
or was it Reapers? I don't remember. Anyway,
My name's Commander Shepard, and this is.
That's the language for my favorite place on the Citadel.
yeah. So she kind of like gets a tea service kind of ready for you, and she says, "Please wait here, and Master Wapcaplet will be with you when he is ready."
A little stuffier than normal today. She's up her own butt anyway, but today particularly.
Well, I don't think she's forgotten the fact that you asked for coffee last time you were here.
Yeah, and I'm rather pointedly looking at the tea set and wondering where the hell the damned coffee is.
Just kind of Roland that he kind of like whips out a little coffee grinder and some beans, and he kind of grinds.
Wasn't that what was in his box of holding? Just a whole bunch of coffee.
Yeah, but I emptied it.
And so after about 5 minutes, the doorway through to the office opens up, and then Wapcaplet's there in all of his Doug Jonesy goodness. Would you please
Was it
come in?
Adrian Wapcaplet?
Adrian Wapcaplet.
Yeah, and his brother Adrian Spong.
Oh, that's right. Adrian's the family name.
Yeah, he's got that good Saru walk going on with his like arms behind him. You don't watch Thingy, you don't know.
No.
Discovery. You've got to watch.
Just that whole interchange between Burnham and Saru at the end of the last episode, and just how much he can convey just with a kind of like a tip of his head is just wonderful.
It's so
I just googled him because I didn't know what he looked like outside of Saru makeup, and it has him down as actor and contortionist. This is brilliant.
good. Yeah.
And he's a
Doug Jones is
Yeah.
like
classically
mime.
trained, and a mime, and a ballet dancer. And there's because
He's in Hocus Pocus.
basically you need a tall, windy, bendy person in prosthetics. It's probably
Yeah.
Doug Jones.
he played Abe Sapien in the Hellboy films. He was in Pan's Labyrinth. He was in Legion. He was in Grinding Nemo. I don't remember the name of the film. That
Hocus Pocus.
What?
Yeah, he's in Hocus Pocus. He plays Billy in Hocus Pocus.
See?
He's-
Right.
He's in Batman Returns.
What's he playing that?
He's the clown that kidnaps the mayor's baby and then like backflips down the sewers.
Oh, okay. Man of many talents.
yeah.
Is this just Doug Jones though, without prosthetics?
The Shape of
In
Water.
most
That's the
films,
film.
he's in prosthetics.
Yeah, The Shape of Water. He was in that as well. Grinding Nemo.
Right. Anyway, I'm not seeing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's like Aquaman for her.
Okay.
How I found love with a subterranean ghoul. Not subterranean, subaquatic.
And he kind of leads you through.
He sways us to the office.
Yeah, and it leads you through into the office, which, if I recall correctly, was done up like a Austin Powers shag pad.
Yeah.
And he kind of sits, composes himself down behind his bed. Behind his desk.
Bad times.
His desk is his bed.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
where all the work gets done.
Yeah. So it's like a big,
Times.
it's a big kind of like rotating circular bed with a table in the middle of it. The kind of table rises up out of the bed so he can write on it, and then it recesses back down into it when he doesn't need it anymore.
Kind
And
of
he's-
like a person-sized lazy Susan.
Yeah. And he's kind of sat down and he says, there have been many developments in your case, Mistress Hawke.
Well,
Thank you for replying to the letter so promptly.
well, you did make it sound urgent, so please go ahead. What have you found?
You looked into us with the extended task of finding the whereabouts of your sister, I do believe.
Yes, that we did.
And it appears that somebody matching her description has made rather large withdrawals from a bank here in Satterine, on the outskirts of town, towards the abstraction. There has been a house purchased, and the name given on the deeds was Ray Chameleon. I thought it'd be best to bring this to your attention. Do with it as you will.
Good
Do you
question.
know who the banking was with?
There was a rather sizable, and he kind of gestures for a little bit, investment from from the Emotion Mills Consortium. Quite unusual, as they do not usually lend to individuals. But in this case, apparently they did.
Do you have the address of which property was purchased?
And then he kind of does something, and then a small business card kind of appears in his hand. He says, I took the liberty.
Sorry, the house is near where?
The abstraction.
Abstraction, thank you.
That was the crazy white place that was white or beige.
No, that's the beige is different. The beige is a neighbourhood in Fartown.
Okay.
The abstraction is where the city kind of starts breaking down, and it's the barrier.
Okay.
So Fartown is on like a promontory, and Satterine is on a promontory like that, and there are two seas either side of it. One of which is the abstraction, which is the sea that goes to the blue, and then there's the other one, which is the alone, which goes to the kind of islands off into the black. One small additional matter. There has been some catching up of paperwork for the shop, which your sister and yourself have been managing,
Okay.
and a reckoning of accounts. And I do believe that you are owed a little money.
Okay.
And he says, I will arrange for a transfer into your Noosphere account
Follow the yellow brick road.
And how much are we talking? Okay.
And then that kind of like pops up.
Wow. That was some seriously bad accounting on your part.
In fairness, you'd not been around.
Yeah.
Well,
They've just
you know,
been
they've had
keeping
that
up.
long. They've only just.
They're
Decided
your
to.
lawyers, not your accountants.
I know, but they've been overcharging me. This is wrong. I expect better.
You will, of course, keep this slight error within the walls of this room.
Of course.
Thank you.
Okay. Was there anything else other than this, the house purchase or and then withdrawal? Do we know how much was? No, that doesn't matter.
We were not able to work out exactly how much was loaned, but we do believe it was somewhere in excess of 50 mage coin, and that's enough to raise eyebrows for even me.
Yeah.
You don't have any eyebrows to raise.
Okay.
Because your sister is joint on your account, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and the amount that they've just told you, is that above the 50?
It's different currency. The money that's likely to have been transferred across to Hawk would have been in crystal orbs,
Mhm.
which is the kind of run-of-the-mill currency, but mage coin is just like a different scale.
It's huge, like much bigger. I think I have a mage coin or two.
Okay. I was just thinking that if she was part of the finances that you had, why she didn't use those finances to purchase such house, or maybe she doesn't know what's going on either.
Mm-hmm. Generally speaking, mage coins you get by doing favors.
Yeah.
And
if she's gone to this consortium, she's potentially made some sort of deal with them, maybe to get the money to be able to
Purchase,
get the house.
or she's done something that they owe her a lot of favours for.
Potentially. That's what we shall find out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for this. It's a positive step, hopefully, if the person that has been described is in fact Josephine. But otherwise, so just to confirm, was the funds coming out of our joint bank account for the apothecary? Raise your cleaning. Was the money that was withdrawn by this person from her own personal account or from our
No. There was a loan made to this person
Okay.
by the Emotion Mills consortium.
Okay.
So she owes them a lot of favours, not they owe her, if they are loaning her that mage coin.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's a bad place to be.
Yep. Josephine should know better.
Also, what's so important about this property that she wants it at that cost?
Yeah. Well, I
I think
guess.
that's where we're going next.
Yeah, I think it's to go see it. If that's okay with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thank you, Mr. Blackcap. That's
Mad helpful.
Yep, mighty help.
You are welcome.
And just out of interest, or just as a suggestion, that more than tea would be served downstairs, and that coffee would be made an option as well, as the receptionist gets very testy with us if we do ask for coffee, and it's a popular drink nowadays.
Amongst all the kids.
And he kind
Give
of
good professional service.
stands up and stretches, and he's like 12, 13 foot tall. I do so try for these things. Amongst their many skills, flexibility, and he kind of does another thing, and his whole body just kind of goes like a rubber band. Is not among the sisters' abilities. But I will see what can be arranged. Now, good day.
Yep, I get it. Nod my head, turn and leave.
Where to now?
Get out in the street and say, "You want to head to this address?"
Yeah. Perhaps in my Macathon.
The Watcher. Watcher. The wisdom that comes from taking the time to observe and contemplate before acting cannot be overstated. The Watcher watches. He observes from afar, assessing and contemplating. He records what he sees and analyzes the data. He remains ever vigilant from his vantage point. Nothing slips by his eternal gaze. The Sovereign of Mysteries.
Mysteries.
Or mysteries. So you get +2 to any dice rolls. The Watcher is a father figure. He shares his knowledge with those close to him and advises those he deems worthy.
I think this suggests that we move forward with caution, not haste.
Toss a coin to your watcher, oh valley of plenty. So, Uatu has his eye on us.
Exactly. Or is us watching my sister?
So
Or who claims to be?
hopefully you can all see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So I keep on forgetting that my mouse cursor isn't working. So the alone is the blue bit, and that's where the city kind of butts onto the sea to the blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where you got that boat, the submarine, down into the blue when you went there.
Okay.
And the abstraction is the other side on the black, so it's where the islands kind of drift off into the dark between the suns.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Where are we headed?
So it's one of those. How do I stop sharing my screen?
There's a button at the top.
Oh yeah, stop share. There we go. That's better. And the deed is for a house. So a lot of those islands, as they go further and further out into the into the dark in between worlds, they just get smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And they're quite like mountain peaks. So if you imagine
Like St. Michael's Mount kind of thing.
like St. Michael's Mount, yeah. So it's a deed for the house on top of one of those locations.
And the island's pretty much yours.
Yeah.
It's one of the islands that are further out.
Yep.
Beyond the.
So she wants to be alone, I feel.
Or has something to hide. Doesn't want to be found. No, it's too. she'd know that I'd have to come after her, but I'd want to come after her.
All I'm going to say is they've made a purchase that's easily traceable,
Yeah.
that's easily discoverable in a name that we know she's associated with.
If
I'm
we
going
were-
to say trap.
Yeah, I don't trust it at all because it's too easy.
Trap, trap, trap. How do you know it was a trap? Did you see us fighting? No. Trap.
I think the outtake for that was better. Do y'all see us fighting? No. Trap!
So what you up to?
The consensus last night's game. Nathan Fillion would be kicked out.
So how would one get to one of the islands? Are there like, is there a road causeway?
There are roads and causeways out to some of the islands. You know, the ones which are about the size of Anglesey and Holyhead, but this one's like even smaller, so you need some kind of magical means to get there.
I'm depressed because you've just said Holyhead.
Yeah, it was deliberate.
You can't see his face. Transportation device of some variety, either a boat or
Where's
Well, it seems
Australis
you're
when
the
you
one
need
with
him?
the bling.
Where's who?
Australis.
Who?
Who?
Oh.
You're the one who's got all of the dollar.
no, we can
So
go higher.
Pay for a magical taxi. What's the next sun in that direction?
There isn't one. That's the one that kind of goes off the edge of the map.
Oh, I thought you said it's the bit between suns.
Yeah, it's the dark. So it's where like 19 and all of his cronies come from.
But one side was the blue, you said, and what's the other side?
Off the edge of the map, the dark.
So what what are we under? Purple sun.
Indigo, yeah.
Indigo. That's at the end. That's the last sun on the line. It's not. It's partway through.
Yeah.
So which one's the opposite way from blue then?
Oh crikey, I don't remember. It's been a while.
Not travelled the path that often recently.
And of course, that's not labelled.
You're telling me you don't remember all the iconographs?
I don't remember all the iconographs. But I knew what a curlew was this morning.
Crazy.
No, not that one. Oh, come on.
Don't worry about it. You're saying it's not the next sun, basically.
Oh yeah.
Way
So
around.
the next one down is the grey sun, shadow.
But if you went far enough in this direction, you wouldn't go to shadow.
No.
Right.
The border between Saturnine and the blue sun is kind of unique. It's one of the few instances, in fact it's the only instance that I'm aware of, where there's you can travel physically from one sun to the next. Sunships make their own gateways, various other means of doing it. Normally use magic to get from one to the other, but you can actually physically walk or swim from indigo to the blue through the alone.
Without having to take crazy methods of travel.
Yeah.
Like on the back of someone's motorbike. That's cool. How would we like to approach this? Because I believe with caution would be wise. So
We ask Caliburn to give us a lift on the bike because she's all better now.
we could do if we want to get Caliburn involved with this, though.
Yeah, do we want to get Caliburn and Eliana involved in this?
I don't know.
think
I
not
just
for
rely
now.
on her. Huh?
I think not for now,
Okay.
because as Roland pointed out, it's too convenient. It's been less than a week and mysteriously they've turned
Yes,
up.
but on the converse, the big lady with the big sword and means to escape the situation easily wouldn't be the worst thing to have with us.
Your sister, it's your call.
But maybe that'd be sending the wrong message when we arrive with the big lady with the big sword.
Caliburn's not big, she's 5'2".
I
Yeah.
don't intend to be knocking on
Big
any
personality.
doors at the moment.
I'm the one who knocks.
Yeah, I don't. I just want to go and see the situation, see if we can see her. But I don't, unless it's necessary at this point in time. I would just like to go and have a look. Because
I get the feeling though, if she's moved there, it will probably mean that she's put all sorts of enchantments and whatever around it, so she'll know when we arrive. There's no watching from a distance, and that's possibly why she's there. There's no way somebody can just stop. Huh?
What about if it's on the water? What about if we hire a boat of some description and just go for a sail around the area? And
Is it on water? I thought you said
No.
it's like dark magic stuff.
No, it's on
Like void.
nothingness.
Oh, okay.
We can't kind of sail. We have to just arrive there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think if we arrive there in a way that we can get out again quickly and is relatively not aggressive.
So what we do is we get loads and loads of macadamia nut cookies, and we arrive there and we knock on the door.
Girl
Would you like
Scout.
some macadamia nut cookies for the Girl Scouts?
Are they made from real Girl Scouts?
Or the other thing that we could potentially send a note to said address in a cipher in which I know that she would be able to understand and determine whether it's her or not, and see if she responds.
Like I said, it's your sister, it's your call.
Yeah, totes.
Or
Yeah.
do you just want to Billy Big Balls and turn up like, hello, we know it's a trap, just spring it anyway because we're awesome, and awesome our way out of it?
Part of me really wants to do that because it's just like it's been too long. I want to know how she is, if it is her, or be able to help if she's in trouble. Because
And even if it's not her, if it is trying to trap us in some way, that still gives us more information.
yeah, fuck it. Let's just go Billy Big Balls it and just go. It's what Hawk would do. God damn it.
My note is going to read, we are Billy Big Balls in here.
I gave up with notes for a moment. My brain just went there. Yeah, it's early enough in the morning that we've got plenty of the day ahead of us.
Can we hire a bed with a little knob that we can turn that takes us to where we need to go, and then we can use it to run away? If it comes with an included Angela Lansbury, I would also be pleased.
It's not beyond the pale, to be honest.
It's just beyond the indigo.
Yeah, that too. So flying carpets are kind of almost as frowned upon as wands are. They're a little bit sort of passé, but a bed.
We want a flying linoleum.
But having a bed that flies, that's certainly doable. Can you all make some kind of social contact roll to see if you can remember somebody that you might be able to hire or rent or get one from?
With my amazing powers of interaction, no.
I have connections with tradespeople, so I wonder.
Oh no, the fireplace is turned off.
We've run out of fire.
We've run out of fire.
That's why
Fire.
Kelly was getting cold putting her hood up.
Classic edition there.
Brian Walker, one of my cells,
Okay.
is previously known for his wheeling dealing in cars, but actually it's any movement type vehicle. So some of them are like boy racer cars, but he does boy racer beds with the neon underneath the bed. You can have like flames printed up the side of your bed.
Say boy racer bed, and now I'm thinking of those beds that you can get for kids that are race
That's
cars with a
really
mattress
what
in
it
the
should
middle.
be.
Yeah, totally.
That's
Totally. It's
absolutely
got like hot rod flames up the sides. You can go for your more
Makes it look
classic
like
models with your brass, and yeah, he deals in these kinds of things. By
Yeah.
the way, I got an 8 on that.
Yeah.
I got 7. So.
This was from Paul Walker.
Brian Walker.
Brian Walker.
Brian Walker. Ryan.
Okay. Yeah. Unknowable
Oh,
truth.
but the thing is in my head, he's got to be like the Wheeler dude from Wheeler Dealers.
No, he's the dude from Fast and
I
Furious.
know that, but that'd be funnier though.
It's not sure how long it's been since you've kind of met up with him, but as you get into his workshop, he's kind of
I just want a brass bed on Nos. That's amazing.
It's been a while since we get there, so when we find out, we realise that he's now actually looking just like one of his brothers.
so he's kind of like got a big sort of full-on Jedi robe on and a very raspy voice, and he sorry, I need to write this down otherwise. Yeah, so I haven't edited and uploaded last session's video yet because I've just not sat in front of my computer for that length of time. Brass bed on Nos. And he's like, Stowmold. And it's quite a pained voice that he's got. Been a while.
Yeah, are you all right?
Just, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. What can I do for you?
We're looking to get some transportation that could take us into one of the islands off the obstruction and back again.
Oh, well, you don't come in with small requests, do you? Okay.
I'm not sure what you're trying to do here.
Is Brian Walker now from Yorkshire?
Totally.
Has he got a whippet?
It's a Wheeler Dealer.
Oh.
Exactly. What? You're trying to be Sith Lord or
No, not trying to be. Sorry, colours aren't
Disco
working.
Lord?
Disco Lord, yay! No, I'm not trying to do Yorkshire. Not trying to do Yorkshire. I think I've got something that will work. I think I've got something. Might not look like much, and I don't think it handles that well. But it should get you over the dark and over the abstraction.
Will it get us back again?
Depends how well you land. And he kind of goes through, and he's got this all kind of collection of. He's got a couple of like cars, so he's got a Model T, and he's got one of the Subarus, and he's got one of the crazy kind of combat cars from Fast 12 or whichever one it was. and he's got a horse and carriage with like a metallic, like a liquid mercury horse, or pair of liquid mercury horses at the front.
Like Frozen 2 style.
Yeah, but liquid mercury rather than ice. And he's got like a couple of rolled up flying carpets just kind of tucked up at the one side. And he comes across and he's got this rusty ass 4-poster brass bed,
You know the brass doesn't rust.
verdigreased. The thing is it ain't fast, it ain't pretty, it steers like a cow, but it will keep going and keep going and keep going. And he kind of lifts up the one corner of the valance from the bottom of it, and this thing is like chained to the floor. It's like getting it to stop is the hard part. But the whole
You're
flying,
just going to turn the knob a quarter, turn and tap.
no knobs. So the whole flying over the abstraction,
Turn it off.
the magic in that, or the sheer lack of magic in that area is horrendous, and it stops and it stifles most means of transport. This is the only thing I've got that might get you past it.
Don't like this word might. But it's our best shot at the
It's
moment.
the Millennium Falcon of beds.
It really is.
Can make the castle run in 10 parsecs.
Does it in 5. But you're going in completely opposite direction.
Parsecs measure distance, not time.
I know that.
No,
I know that. This
no.
is what makes you married to a geek. Carry on.
No, hyperspace is fluid, and so the engines, it's the same route, but it's the amount by which it shortens the route. That's why it did it so quickly.
Okay. Anyway.
You need to show your face. You could be sat there like drinking your beer all your life.
I prefer the theory that Han is absolutely just BSing his way through the deal.
Well, that too.
Thanks, Brian. That would be wonderful. What do we owe you?
Yes, thank you, Brian.
How much will it cost?
Do you guys know any good good healers?
What? I was going to say, what do you need healing for? But it might be a bit obvious, really. Do we? Oh, we know the apothecary. They're good. There's an apothecary. It's called Raise Your Chameleon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's somewhere.
No, it isn't medicine that I need. It's this. And he kind of pulls the thing back.
Maybe he's Sith Lordy.
Yeah.
Which I thought he was going for.
Okay. So he kind of pulls the hood back a little bit, and his eyes have got the whole.
And Dom's head is on his shoulder. There's been some sort of strange mishap. And now he's got Vin Diesel constantly griping at him.
Because family.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I'm more accepting of that.
We got into a crash. Shut up, Dom. Dom, want a cookie? Dom, want a
It was at
cookie?
such high speed, it literally forced us together. This is what-
Like the fly.
Well, what was it?
This is what happens when you become one with the nos.
What was it?
No. He's a weird sort of strange vampire creature because he's been using too much nos. He is a Nosferatu. And he's just like the thing out of the fascio, Paul Whitehouse. Monster.
Oh, what was
That's
it?
all right, my work here is done.
Yeah. What was it? About combining strange things from Bill Bailey, who said they were talking about the particle accelerator with these to smash atoms into each other. He said, no, you had that. You got to put a Satsuma in one end and Malteser in the other and smash them together and make a Sat Caesar.
That's basically what happened. Can I make I don't know, roll for some kind of thing? I don't know. What we're thinking about. I guess an intellect check to see if there's anybody I know in my circles that would be able to help him.
Mm-hmm.
5.
So presume what are we going to go for? We're going to go for the kind of Dom and Brian hybrid, or we're going to go for Nosferatu?
I like Nosferatu.
I'm going to use that if I play a vampire game again.
Like, he could have been racing really, really, really fast and then using the NOS, and then there was some accident, and it's like, like Bruce Banner and the gamma rays.
Yeah.
The NOS. You wouldn't like me if I start getting into cars.
Like Turbo.
You won't like me if he starts going too fast. He'll suddenly just go.
Yeah.
We've got to keep this guy below 50 miles an hour.
You reckon, because you're not really, other than Zani Whoop and Abron, you've not really dealt with any other makers, have you?
No. I was thinking maybe Aberon might do.
But he's off busy doing something. But I really
I still reckon the apothecary, because he's so good at things, and for a while maybe he could do something like Whistler did in Blade, like some concoction of the slowest chemical known to man, and if you like, in the same way that Blade was treated with,
I'm
like,
going to inject you with 500 cc's of treacle.
exactly, and he has to be like slowed down in that way, where like Blade had the super garlic stuff that he took every day to keep his vampirism at bay. Then the apothecary, because he's just that good, could put something together to like keep this disease at bay until a cure can be found.
What kind of merging with Val Dunican? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you send him off to raise your chameleon to see what he can do.
Oh, it's essence of young child trying to get ready for school.
Have you put your socks on? I'm doing it.
Or ADHD 36-year-old.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Cool. Need to call a quick bio break and pause the recording. There we go, recording again. Forgot to hit resume. So you've got this bed, and given that you need to kind of get it out of Fartown and its pocket dimension, and then all the way across Satterine, and then from Satterine.
Did I say where his workshop was? It could have been in Satterine.
He's Visley. It will be in Fartown.
Right. Then.
So that is a bit of a better map. So
Okay.
It's upside down. It's the other way around.
is it what? Is it reversed?
No,
Compared
that's
to what we
fine.
were looking at a minute ago, yeah. Oh
Okay.
no. I don't know.
The archipelago's in the top right. That's all good.
Yeah. So it's one of the islands right out in the unfathomable archipelago.
I don't know if there's some kind of memory thing I can remember to see if that she, or if at any point in our history, why purchasing property out here would be,
Attractive.
yeah, was it something that we maybe had discussed in our youth, or something in our past that, you know, that would make it more reasonable that this would be somewhere that she would try to
Until a couple of days ago, you didn't even know that you had a sister. Well, that you had a sister. You didn't know what she looked like. You didn't know. So there's an awful lot of things you still don't know about her.
Yeah.
But you could see it. He had told you, he'd given you the thing to do and release more memories, didn't he? In your own.
We're in a bed. Maybe there's a memory foam mattress.
Oh!
They've given me the thing to unlock the incident
At the university, yeah.
I've got.
You want to do that before you go and see her?
It's not that she's brought back your family home that was on the archipelago, is it?
No, I think the family home was in the fancy area of Satterine, if I remember rightly.
Mm-hmm. I don't recall if it was in the Marquee Quarter, but it wasn't in Fartown itself, but it was kind of a little bit more upmarket, probably in Strange Glass.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it might be worth unlocking that memory because it could.
I don't think it would hurt unlocking it before you went, because you might put your foot into something that you don't mean to.
Okay, so
let's take the bed back to the Rose, where it's a safe place, and you can unlock your memory, and then somebody might help us get the bed to the edge of Satterine in which to use it and go off to the island.
Yeah.
So how are we getting the bed to the Rose?
One of you's going to have to drive it, or pilot it, or fly it, or...
Stonewall, you're good at piloting things.
Yeah.
I can pilot a horse.
This thing's got 4 legs.
Just a minute. I can create a temporary item that can be held in one hand, like a bed knob.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have a look at the spire of the bedpost.
Mm-hmm. It's a 4-poster, so it's got like a canopy on the top of it.
Oh, that's not what we would do. Have you seen bed knobs and broomsticks?
Yeah.
You've just been awkward.
Yeah.
I think the post pillars, what are they made out of? brass.
It's brass, yeah.
Was verdigris on it.
Yeah.
But it's ornate.
Oh, very, very.
So I think there are cog type bits in both the feet of the and the foot ends of the pillars,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna borrow some oil from the workshop and use my kind of heat from my lava hands, but not actual lava, just the heat of it,
Mm-hmm.
and warm up the metal, and release the cogs, and they are what steers it. Okay.
Yep.
So it kind of steers in 4 dimensions. The left goes left and right, and the right goes up and down. Yeah?
Yep.
What about forwards and backwards? What about going and stopping?
Yeah, they're not cogs, they're like little orbs that do multiple directions. So you kind of go forwards and back.
But they're within a pillar, so you can't
Yeah.
put your hand that doesn't work.
No, they can be. They're kind of the pillars lift up
It's
a
like
bit.
gyroscopic, is it?
Yeah,
like
and then you've got like a floating orb in the
Okay.
middle of it.
Okay, great. Oh, it's like the what's that? Navigator, like the navigator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So give it a go.
Fantastic. Can you make me some kind of piloting roll then, please, to get it back to the rose?
Okay. Brian must have got it in here somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him to give me for want of a better word, crash course. And he does. I know. And I have echopraxia.
Do you know what the meaning of? Yeah, I was going to say that, but do you know what the meaning of the swan card is? The PC suddenly manifests a new talent or ability.
I can now fly a bed.
Yep.
I have echopraxia and
yeah.
can.
So quite
That's
often.
an outtake from the Matrix. That is. Oh, I know how to fly a bed.
So normally when you use your echopraxia ability, it's an instinctive thing, and you just kind of copy what happened, and as soon as the action is over, that's it. It kind of goes. This time round, it sticks, and you can write that down on your character sheet as a level 1 skill, pilot bed.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Exactly.
Just gonna go check on his. Carry on with that.
Okay.
Excellent.
All of a sudden, I'm thinking of Podsworth and Company.
Oh yeah, love that show.
So you get back to the rose, and then Snowball kind of like just uses his stone-shaped thing to make some clamps just to hold this thing down, because it is a bit of a wild ride.
It's the Far Town equivalent of one of those car lock, steering lock things.
Mm-hmm. Clamp.
You booted my bed. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I just kept hearing moving around, but I think it's next door.
Okay.
He is definitely zonked out.
I was just saying that you, when you land it outside the rose, use your stone shape to make some locks to kind of hold it down.
Wheel clamps.
Yeah.
How are the rest of us dealing with that experience? Was it a bit like?
Feel the need for speed.
Well,
I can show you the world.
it's more like the beds are rocking and there's three of you in it and you're all kind of like clambering onto the edge.
Holding on for dear life.
What's
I
the,
really because it's got a full like bed on it and a full like canopy and everything, and it's like the pinkest, frilliest pink frill with the quilts with the little diamonds in the Huh? What?
Roland has spent the entire trip baby Yodering it.
And then it's thick blue.
You know that's the next Funko Pop. You just know it. So there will be Baby Yoda with a little, quite clearly macaroon or macaron and some music.
Let's not forget though, Baby Yoda was eating that woman's kids.
Don't get me started.
right.
That was Baby Yoda that week. Yep. Okay, inside.
You right, Ross?
Yeah. Just
Oh.
game's not magic.
Oh, what?
Right. What are you doing?
We head up to my apartment room
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Yep.
I think that would make more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember the.
I think if you are in a safe place, like on your bed or whatever, and then do it, but we won't be able to witness it, but we'll just be able to make sure that you're safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know what's going to become of this or how this is going to make me feel, but I think she had a big influence as to why I got that memory wiped. So, yeah, here goes.
Cool. I need some other way of sending you a message, Cal.
Yeah.
WhatsApp her directly?
No, because my phone's on the thing.
Huh.
So I'm
Why
gonna.
don't you have WhatsApp web?
I'm gonna
You want me to
Facebook.
go in-
No, it's all right. I'm
go
gonna.
in the other room?
No, I can Facebook Messenger you. I think
Circle.
should be able to.
Yeah. I got that, or I got Discord.
Actually, yeah. If you've got Discord, I will get that loaded, and then I shall send you a DM on that one there.
This came up in shit post.
Awesome. Right. Where? There we go.
It should show as Kelsey Bub
Yeah, I've got
for
you.
the most part. Oh.
Do you get that?
Yep.
Fantastic. Yeah. Ba, ba, ba. And so here, fine. Right. So, for the purposes of the video, I'm awfully sorry. This is not the most engaging of things.
Well, is it my end instead of about you guys?
All I know is you've just done Hoover face.
What I got said elicited this response. Yep, yep. Yeah. On the bed you can see like Hawk's brain just be like, and her face is just like so many emotions and thoughts and just like, what? Shit. Yeah, let's just say, yeah, she should have had her mind wiped for this. She did bad. Well, maybe not so bad, but ooh.
The Hidden Moon. And I am going to say that is a point of despair for you, Hawk.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Once the scroll has done its thing,
Mm-hmm.
Hawk is very quiet. And probably crying, actually. Because that's huge. But I think when she calms down and sorts, comes to her senses, she basically says this memory has very little to do with why Josephine would be out at the archipelago, but then again, it might, but I can't share with you what that was. Not right now, anyway. I have to get it. Let's just say I know why it was wiped from my mind, because Yeah. I will tell you in time, but I cannot tell you now.
Roland nods.
There's a knock at your apartment door.
Nevermore.
Enter.
Okay, and Eliana comes in with a tray, 2 bottles of whiskey, and a load of shot glasses. I don't know why, but I thought I'd bring these up. Sets them down on the table and says, "We're downstairs if you need us."
Thank you. Could I sense that she may have sensed that memory coming back to me?
Yep.
The full details?
No,
Or
the fact
just
that something's wrong.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
Roland gets busy pouring.
Yeah.
Roland very carefully measures out a precise double and then hands you the rest of the bottle.
Yeah, that's a good. She chokes. This is like. Ooh. Okay.
Would it be a good place to draw a line here to say, like, we'll do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I was thinking that's a good.
Dun dun dun.
So, character summaries. Roland.
Haven't progressed along any of my arcs. I think seeing how badly whatever has gone through Hawk's mind has gone through her mind, and how badly that's gone. I'm thinking despair out of concern.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And any progress on personal character arcs?
No.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Stowbold?
Yeah, same despair for Hawk.
And any personal arc progress?
No.
Nope. And Hawk?
There was some progress because I've unlocked I guess, the final memory that was blocked in my head.
Cool.
We've had a despair, but possibly another one.
Mm-hmm. So what arcs were you working on? Was it find your sister?
We've got discover a secret, so seeking to uncover who I am.
Yep.
I can't remember where I put. What does it do with? I know I wrote most of it down, but I don't know what.
Okay. Okay, so I'd say that's going to be 2 acumen for that one.
Yeah.
And another despair if you want it to be another despair. Yep. And you can all have 1 acumen for advancing the story a bit.
Nice.
Can I up a new character arc with you soon?
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Cool. Well, thank you very much, folks.
Thank you. We stop recording.
Thank you.